What's good, guys? Fantasy Joe back with my Week 6 running back rankings, half-point PPR as always. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and if you have any questions or comments, drop them in the comment section down below. All right, running back rankings. At number 1, I have Saquon Barkley against Baltimore. Number 2, Jonathan Taylor against Jacksonville. I think he will play this week, and if he does, I am rolling him out there. Number 3, Nick Chubb against New England. I do think they're going to try to stop the run in this one, but I still think Nick Chubb is an absolute stud, so I'm going to roll him out there, and you're going to play him regardless in every single matchup this season. Number 4, Christian McCaffrey against the Rams, another tough run defense, but Christian McCaffrey's utilizing that passing game. I think he'll get it going regardless. I think the backup quarterback could be good for him even. Number 5, Ramondre Stevenson against Cleveland. He has a job to himself. He's extremely talented. He's a smash play. We saw what he did against Cleveland last year when he was the guy. I think this year could potentially be even better. Number 6, Dalvin Cook against Miami. Excellent matchup for him. We saw him get right last week with 2 tuds on the ground. 7, Leonard Fournette against Pittsburgh was an absolute monster for fantasy last week, and I expect that trend to continue. Number 8, Austin Eckler against Denver. He's a stud. It's a tough matchup, but Austin Eckler, like I said, still that dude. Number 9, Alvin Kamara against Cincinnati. You are playing him for sure, even a tough matchup. I'm so excited about him. 10, Joe Mixon against New Orleans. Another guy, tough run defense in that same matchup, but you're playing Joe Mix. 11, Breece Hall. I really expect him to be a top 12 running back moving forward rest of season, and he gets Green Bay, a defense I'm not afraid of as far as run defense goes. 12, Jeff Wilson Jr. I think he's going to have a monster day against Atlanta, especially with that San Francisco 49ers running scheme. 13, Aaron Jones. Great matchup for him against the Jets. I think they'll run the ball a little bit more than they did last week as well. 14, the new waiver wire pickup for some people, Kenneth Walker. Plays Arizona. Great matchup for him. I think he's going to be a smash play this week. I think you can plug him right into your lineups. I'm playing him in multiple leagues. Super excited to have him if I have him. 15, Eno Benjamin. I think he's going to get the start this week with James Conner banged up in the recent moves they've made, signing some running backs. I think it's going to be him, and he's a talented runner and a good matchup against Seattle, so I'd be excited to play him this week. 16, Raheem Mostert against Minnesota. With the backup quarterback, I think he's going to get a ton of volume, and Minnesota is a good matchup as well. Okay, so 17, Melvin Gordon, revenge game for him against the Chargers. Latavius Murray is here. He could be more involved this week, but I still think Melvin Gordon's going to be the guy in that offense. And with Russ recovering, I think there's a chance they go to try to be a more run-first scheme as well this week. 18, Miles Sanders against Dallas. He's getting enough volume that I'm even going to play him in tough matchups, and he's been good this year, so you're basically playing him in just about every game unless you've got a star-studded roster. 19, Devin Singletary against Kansas City. I think there could be a lot of touchdowns scored, which means high touchdown potential for Devin Singletary in this matchup. 20, James Robinson. Tough matchup for him against Indy. I still think you're probably playing him. There's some rosters, though, that wouldn't be, honestly. 21, Naji Harris. Sure, he's been disappointing. Like I said earlier in the season, I think he is going to be limited rest of the year just because I think he's playing with an ankle injury, and Tampa Bay is not the matchup that you want to play your running backs against regardless. 22, Kareem Hunt against New England. I still think he has high touchdown potential, even in this tough matchup against New England, and we've seen what he's been able to do against New England in the past. 23, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Similar reason to Devin Singletary. He might not get a ton of volume in this matchup, but he should still have some high touchdown upside like he has basically all season, beginning and done in the touchdown department. He's actually been pretty heavily targeted so far this year, which is a nice improvement for him. They really weren't throwing the ball earlier in his career very much, and that's changed this season. 24, Ezekiel Elliott against Philly. Tough matchup for him, but he's getting enough volume that they'll still think that he is a good play, at least a solid play. 25, J.K. Dobbins against the Giants. He's looked a little banged up, but every week, or he's been, recovering, not getting the full workload. But every week I expect him to get a little bit more, and I'm not afraid of the Giants' defense, even though they've been solid this year. 26, A.J. Dillon, that same matchup against the Jets. I think he should be solid. Same matchup as Aaron Jones, not the one above it. Confused with the Giants. Don't want to confuse anyone. But I think A.J. Dillon, he's just getting enough touches where I still think he has high touchdown upside. He just hasn't been the guy who's having to get on the goal line. But I think that's more due to chance than schematic reasoning. 27, Cam Akers against Carolina. He's leading the team. He's getting the most touches from the running back position on that team, and it's a good matchup. Sure, I think Carolina's going to come out ready to play after their head coach getting fired, but I still think that Cam Akers, is getting enough volume in this desperate RB territory that you can play him. 28, Brian Robinson. This one's a little scary because you don't know how much involved he'll be, but I think he'll be more and more involved every week, and I like this matchup, and I think he'll lead the team in touches this week, and they play Chicago. 29, Tyler Algiere. Tough matchup for him, but I still think he will get the touches. And, like I said, a lot of people are desperate on these running back streets. Tony Pollard, too. I think if you're looking for more upside, I would play him over Algiere. I think Algiere will be solid, but Pollard could bust that long one against any defense. So I wouldn't be too scared of the Philly matchup if you need some upside. Don't mind playing him as an RB2 in a league, even in this tough matchup. If you guys have made it to this point in the video, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you have any questions or comments, drop them in the comment section down below. I'll respond as always. This has been Fantasy Joe. Thank you guys so much for watching.